Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Let's go. Now the wolf. Mike 58 right there. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Baltimore.
Check 15.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Bortles and the Rams going to come up on a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Greystone travel. Now.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, orbit. 57 to Mike.
Throwing is Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Watch out for Hill on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd and 9, Bortles. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Reynolds really saw an increased role last year after Cooper Kupp went down with that ACL injury. 29 catches last year for Reynolds, but 22 of those coming after November 11th when Kupp left the lineup.
Set, ready, 8, read. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check 52. Pilot, 64, read. Hey, high, set 5.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Bortles. They'll find Everett there, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
Okay, just like that, just like that.
Get it.
To throw, it's Bortles. And got him in, it's Woods. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Brown. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
50 seconds, run. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Henderson, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10.
Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Henderson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
30 base.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Looking to throw on second down. Bortles, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This is Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Bortles. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. X3, 218, chopper. 5.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Here's Bortles to throw. And this is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
36, 36.
They'll try and run. Henderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. They go play action here on 1st down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got you.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He goes underneath to Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
80 weapon. Get it.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Be careful.
Throwing now is Bortles. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
General West. Hey, seam 6. Seam 10.
Bortles going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wasser. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Let's get some penetration here.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Bortles now to throw. He gets it to Cooks. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And Woods has it, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Bortles now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Defense wins championships, baby.
Tight Bristol, travel. Get it.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check out,
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Snead's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now he'll tuck it and run. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. 18 Gator. Let's go right here now. Hey, Echo.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Now.
Bortles now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check safety, check safety.
Protein spill.
Check 43.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and
3. Ready, break.
Mike 57. Here we go, here we go.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Patrick Owasor in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now this time he'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, about 3 yards there to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
8 read. 61, matchbox light. 2.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
X3, 218, chopper.
Switch it, come on, switch it. SOS.
This is Brown on the carry. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for England. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Bortles finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
10 over. Cut.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Get it.
On 1st down, Henderson. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Right there.
While the trainers take a look. We'll step aside.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Bring it. Bring it.
Be driven.
To throw, it's Bortles. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Bravo. Hit it.
Bortles now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
General West. Come.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They run the counter. It's Brown. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's the way. Check 31.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Right back to Brown. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Bortles. He may try and run for this. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
57, Mike 57. So don't say nothing. Slam, slam, slam.
Greystone travel. Shoot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Malcolm Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up second and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Wahoo!
50 seconds to mine. Let's go. 50 seconds.
Throwing his Bortles. Flush to his right. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6-6, pull it high.
Let's go.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You can't block me.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Here we go. We can hit the flag. Oh, that's pump. Hands here. Come on. 58, come on.
Jackson from the shotgun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
To throw again is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
I'm here all day. Tight, tight, watch left. Tight, tight, watch left. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check, 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 check. Save.
They'll run here with John Kelly. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 3 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Bandit.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Zerline on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This is Brown. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Ready.
They run with it. It's Kelly. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A run here with Brown. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 on.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Brings up second and 1.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The quick feet by Jackson. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check, check, check. Check 26, check 26.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. To the right side and complete to Hurst. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Again, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete. He was covered by Eric Weddle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Cut up. 58, 58, Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Shoot.
One last shot for Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt